Wednesday, and I'm not starting work for ages, but I'm going on a little short walk, as long a walk as I can, being 5 minutes away from my laptop. I had my first like production bleep this morning, but I was already awake. I was like scrolling Twitter being like, I should really get out of bed, but it's a bit cold. And then my phone's just like, hey, really fucking loud, and I'm shit me up, man. Especially because it's on the loudest settings, but it's on do not disturb, and the only things that can get through are those alerts. So I'm like sat there just chilling, minding my own business, and then it's just like, hey, fuck me, god damn, boys. Yeah, I've uploading a video now and rendering out the next one. I'm one video behind, and I was like, you know what, I should just go for a walk. I should just go for a walk, hammer out my to-do list, get organised, you know, live the dream. I can and will meditate later, but the best thing for my like stability are these walks, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so we've done our walk, obviously. Videos have been uploaded and scheduled, both the last one and the one before. I said to myself, for the past couple of weeks, I've said to myself that I wanted to go to the Bristol office and work for a day, and I think that's like half of this week I felt a little bit more down on myself than I have recently, and that I think that's just like a confluence of things. It's not just me being like, I want to do confluence, what prick. It's not just me being like, I was just doing video description, and I'm like, just put this into words, like on a day-to-day basis, I'm like relatively happy with how I spend my time. I think I spend maybe a little bit too much time scrolling on my phone, and I could do better things there, like, but convert that to like playing chess or playing a game or something, you know, rather than like active relaxing rather than disassociated relaxing, right? But on like a macro level, like over the context of the last month, what I've done, not that impressed with, you know what I'm saying? Like finding the balance between like progressing on a macro level, but not like beating yourself up on a micro level is really like complicated for me. It's what I'm trying to strike balance for. But it's not just like a focus on that this week. I think it's like a confluence of that, being on call. Laura's going to the office 4 days this week in town, and I'm using being on call as an excuse to not go into the office. Next week, I think I'm in London, potentially. So I'll use that as an excuse next week. I need to start going back into the office again, because I did really enjoy it when I did. And it's definitely dry enough to go today. Like, I could have longboarded in today. I just effectively chose not to. Logistically, commuting and being on call is, well, they used to do it. I guess someone used to do that. But yeah, I think I'd have to leave the office later, because I'm doing 9 till 5:30, and that doesn't appeal particularly. But yeah, like all of these things are just kind of piling up, just stressing me out a little bit, and I'm trying to not let it stress me out, basically. But yeah, I need to go into the office more, man. I need to figure out what the hell's going on with London next week. So I need to book trains and stuff. If I'm doing it, I don't know if I'm doing it yet. Like, there's something in the calendar, but I don't know what. And I'm thinking about going in during the day on Tuesday to go to the thing, which is like, I think, relatively mid-afternoon to the evening. And then tomorrow, I'll go... tomorrow. The day after, I'm thinking of going to the London office and working for the day, and then coming back in the evening after rush hour and stuff. If there is still a rush hour, I don't know. There's no point doing any of that if what's going on in London isn't it's monthly, but I don't think it's not the same as the last one that was monthly, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really understand what's happening. I need to double check and confirm. So before work each day, what I want to do, I was hoping I'd get to the point where, oh, fuck it. I want to do the morning stuff for Headspace, and then start work. And then at lunchtime, I'm going to do some meditation. I want to believe that me prompting myself to think about how productive I'm being was part of the signs that I was dipping rather than the cause. Just not feeling very like on it I think we're kind of at a weird point in like the projects that we're working on at the moment. We're like at the tail end of it, but also, I don't know, been tough days. Been prepping for big team-wide lunch and learn that we're going to be pushing out. There's the testing chapter, which obviously I used to be an I'm now a QA champion. Someone was like, oh, we're going to announce that we're going to move over to use this N-Bomber tool for performance testing. And it was something that I suggested to my old team. Back when we wanted to add some stuff and we investigated it and we were like, well, I don't know if we can add this technology. Now kind of like 4 or 5 months later, it's kind of happening. In fact, like 6 or 7 months. God, if only I'd pushed that a bit harder, you know? This could have been me pushing that, but a testing chapter's like, oh, I don't think we should push this. We should be careful how it will land. Because we constantly try and push things and expect teams to have the capacity to do it, and we never do it. Oh, good times. Anyway, but that proof that my notification noise is different for teams is great. But yeah, it's been busy with like alerts and stuff, doing some presentation stuff, and I'm trying to figure out how to bloody run some of our apps on my machines that I can trigger something and watch something happen. Oh, it's so annoying. But yeah, that's life, isn't it? I also don't like working the hours I'm working at the moment. 9 till 5:30 just feels like there's no day. Like when you finish at 4:30, I guess it's because I'm still waking up at the same time, going to bed at the same time. Whereas like in theory I should shift everything by an hour. But I can't do that. That is like, I feel like there's no evening because I finished work, walked to the shop to pick up some mincemeat, walked back, cooked dinner, and then it was like, I don't know what to do on my laptop either. I just kind of open my laptop to quote unquote do something, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Gym day tomorrow. That is the only thing that like I'm actually doing and like sticking to and doing a good job at, I think. It's leg day tomorrow, and there's like, oh god, I am looking forward to it, but like there's one bit in particular I'm not looking forward to. Oh, we just did a lunch and learn like as a team. I think we're doing another one next month as well. And like it shouldn't be called lunch and learn when you're doing the teaching, because there's no lunch involved. I'm stuffed. Bit of a hectic one today again. Gym and shower. Sorry, not gym and shower. I am just holding this plate, trying to move it out of my way. Shave every other day, and I gym, usually go to the gym Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and then sometimes I go, whatever. But it means like every alternate week, on a Tuesday or Thursday, I've also got to have a shave. And fitting that in, even when I'm doing a small workout, i.e. like not going, normally on a Thursday I go for like nearly 2 hours, and I'll have a shower when I get there and I come back. Do I do that? Yeah, I do. I try and shave before I go usually. When I'm on call, I only go and do like a specific workout, a legs workout, and the exercises I was scared of, I was right to be scared of. My fucking God. I felt like I wanted to die. There is no way I'm going to be able to walk tomorrow. I could barely walk down the stairs to get out, to be honest. Whew, my quads, boys. I think I'm doing a lady workout. Like it's a workout plan, and I think it's like about sculpting, and it's for women. I don't mind. I don't particularly mind. But yeah, man, there's a lot of leg stuff, man. Boy, that feels like it burns already, and it's not even tomorrow yet. Yeah, so it's a bit hectic this morning. I've got lots of washing up to do. I've got to meditate, I've got to eat my lunch. It's hectic. It's so busy, guys. I've got to meditate. And yeah, but otherwise it's been quite a productive day today. Finished off the slides. I've got a really annoying twitch on my left eye. Don't know if you can see that. It's really fucking me off though. It's been really productive. I figured out what my problem was running this code yesterday, and it's now just a case of doing what I need to do to make it work again. Happy days. I need to eat. What I was going to say was, as much as I had I only really talked about the stuff I did, it was really cool doing a lunch and learn on a project that I joined halfway through with a team of people I didn't know on a huge area of the code that I didn't even know about, effectively. Yeah, I think I held my own. And I think I'm quite funny too. I think I had the most. I think I put effort into. Some people just don't put effort into try and make it engaging, and that's like my only concern. I don't mind being wrong. It's got to be funny. I think it's because I'm so obviously I'm used to talking to you, and often I'm not very entertaining here. But I've learned over the years, I'm quite good at public speaking once I get over the stress of having to do it. Because I just kind of imagine I'm talking to a camera, and I'm quite good at talking to a camera. My issue is that sometimes I start to talk too fast, and that's because in the early days of the vlogs and on the main channel, the quicker you could talk, the faster you could cram in as much stuff as possible, the better. Obviously, as the vlogs get longer and longer, that tails off. But yeah, I feel like I'm used to that kind of presenting style stuff. And when you're aided by a presentation, which you can do things with as well, it's a lot better. You guys are sitting there watching the most boring vlog you've seen today, and you're like, what's this guy chatting shit? I just tweeted about this. I'm about to cook some dinner. Laura's having some after work drinks. I was looking at cameras, and cameras are explicitly marketed as vlogging cameras now. And that is absolutely fucking mind-blowing. If you'd have told me this bad boy here, right, this is like a 700, 800 pound starting price camera. And it's marketed as a vlog camera. And this is what I stumbled across when I was looking at, someone just reminded me of it. When I was looking at cameras to replace my big camera, which I use for the main channel. If you'd have told me back then that they'd make cameras, literally, and call them vlog cameras, back when I bought this fucker, this bloody Canon, I thought this was the bee's bloody knees. Actually, for its time, I bet you that was the best vlog camera I ever bought. And I actually had a video as well, I think, proclaiming it to be. But the review, I wrote a review, I just went back to look at the video. I look at the review and I'm like, full HD recording. Although I'll probably use 720p due to internet limitations. LOL. To be fair, I still record in 1080p because there's no point recording in 4K. Anyway, autofocus in video, my lord. No sensor problem, burn-in problems. Fuck yeah, 16 megapixels, wide angle lens. Ooh, baby. But the biggest problem with that camera was it was touchscreen all around, so there was no button to press to start recording, and that was fucking annoying. So I often had to turn the camera away, press the button, turn it back really quick. And it was slow enough where I could get away with doing that, and then I'd rely on the autofocus in video, which is a massive bonus, to get me through it. But I just can't believe, I know I sound old, but that was, you know, maybe you're hungry, you look depressed, mate. I genuinely can't believe how far we've come. I was really obviously relatively late actually to the vlogging craze. But the key thing, it was about camcorders versus cameras back then. So the first videos I ever made were on a camcorder, and then for vlogging in public you couldn't use a camcorder, so you switched to these point and shoots. And the advantage of a point and shoot was firstly it fit in your pocket, but also no one expected it to be filming video. It was just a camera, right? And you could just walk around kind of filming things ambiently, and people wouldn't expect it. They were the times. So yeah, I bought that, and then Moo Moo, the fly is outside, you can't catch it. Come here, my little man. You're hungry, aren't you? I'm gonna make you dinner, man. G. I'm gonna put my pizza in the oven. But yeah, man. Yeah, I bought that, and then I bought one camera, and I got the wrong kind of sensor on it. It had a CCD sensor, which has horrendous bars whenever you get a bright light in the frame. It just burns out the sensor. It's horrendous. So I swapped that for a CMOS. I think I had like a 115 Canon 115 point and shoot camera. It was sick. Upgraded that to the one I just talked about upstairs. And then probably upgraded that like 2 or 3 years later to another Canon. But that was a chunkier Canon with like a spinny lens thing on it. So I could like zoom. That was quite chunky. And I think I went from that to the GoPro, which I'm using now. Is that it? I can't remember, man. But yeah, it was all about like small cameras. And then for the main channel, it was more about like Canon, like it was early to, relatively early, to like DSLRs for video rather than like camcorders. And I got like a Lumix back when it was Lumix or Sony were making the first mirrorless cameras. And they were so much smaller and they were much better for video than the mirrored ones. And Canon were like catching up, and then I upgraded from the Lumix to my Canon. Oh, blast from the bloody past. But I cannot believe that like vlogging is so much of a thing that they make a vlog camera. Obviously cameras aren't really that much of a thing anymore. So maybe it's more just that the market is just more niche than it used to be. Like the whole camera market has had to like narrow itself down because phones are so much better. But I just can't, it's mind blowing. I had 2 deliveries today. We're pleased to know that one of my new shoes has arrived, the white pair. I've got to wait for the grey pair to arrive because the grey pair are custom. I customised them. That is just an off-the-shelf white one because they don't do the right colour grey to work well with odds. It's annoying. And same day delivery on a fucking ankle strap. Look at that, bitch. Oh god, it jangles me. What? It's doing some BDSM shit, mate. That I've gotten very sweary today. It's for the gym. So you can like attach a cable to it as an exercise in my exercise for ladies. Where you like attach a cable to it and then you like hold onto the thing, squat like you're shitting yourself, and then you like go whoosh, like that. But obviously with a weight. And there's been like a couple of things, and I just can't find, I don't think these are very common in the gym. I don't know if they're even there. Like there's different like hand pulley things, but there's no ankle ones. So I'm just gonna put these in my gym bag, and I'm gonna be like, woo! I ordered them at like 10 o'clock this morning. Boom, Amazon, baby. Got that Friday feeling, boys. We're off on a walk. I haven't been out for a walk. Oh, I guess that's a lie, I've been to the gym. Because I don't go for a walk twice a day during on-call, I only really do stuff in the morning. Feels like I don't get out as much, you know? And it's because I'm so like limited to where I can go. But we've got half a day today. I've also been starting late every day this week, but I'm going to start at normal, like just after 8 or whatever today. I'm going to try and get this thing working. I've been running for a while trying to get bloody, oh it's annoying, but I'm trying to get there. Today was a bit of a hard day. I think I managed to do what I wanted to do. I fixed the problem I was having, and I can't figure out if I've broken something else. That's where I'm at the moment. It looks quite aggressive, the change, so I kind of can't believe it's not having side effects. But it's what's recommended. So I don't think it is having side effects, I just can't prove that it's not. So I'm not really sure what the side effects would be. I'm just kind of looking around ambiently for like a drop in the logs, effectively. But otherwise, been a bit of a... I needed like a pick-me-up in this afternoon. Been playing some games. We cooked dinner, which was not very nice. So we had fried chicken for takeaway. And that was bedtime. Last night, we had an alert went off at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3:05 or something stupid. And I missed the notification noise. So it rung me, but it rang me with a different ringtone. So at 3:05 in the morning, there's just a siren going off. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, that was good fun. But yeah, that's the first one, to be fair. So hopefully we're okay for the rest of this time period. Let's roll through the weekend before we end the vlog. So we ran to the shops this morning. I realised that we're 3 weeks away from a wedding and I don't have a shirt yet. So I was like, fuck, I need to go and find out what size I am in a shirt and wear that, you know what I mean, and order one. I don't know why I brought this piece of paper up, I wanted to put it in the recycling. So we went up to to the shops, my laptop in a bag, and I was like, if I get an alert, because next weekend Laura's away as well, she's like, so I'm not going to have the car. So I was like, if I get an alert, we're just going to have to find a coffee shop or something and get a drink, and I'm just going to sit down and then miss qualifying. But we went there, we got tried on 3 different shirts, 3 different, was it 3 different collar sizes? So I'm a 15 collar, if you're interested. I'm getting an extra slim. They didn't have the extra slim in the shop though, so I ordered it. Been trying to find some socks. It's a lot harder than it sounds. Ordered some now. Couldn't find any in shops. It's a bit sunny outside. Yeah, couldn't find any in the shops, so had to come back and order them, annoyingly. And I've also ordered some new trainer socks and a fucking pocket square. Boys, living the dream. But that is now like officially, I have nothing else to buy. I was thinking about a belt, but I don't think I need a belt. Especially, I think I would need a belt if a belt would look good if my suit was like matching, but it's not matching. It's like the top is a different pattern to the bottom and it's slightly different colours. So I don't think it's as important to need to like split you in half, you know? Oh god, very sneezy. I've been outside in the garden with Laura and I hate you playing up. Otherwise though, I went into the Apple store to look at iPads. And I'm annoyed about it because I wanted to go in and be like, oh, that's perfect. I'm just going to buy it. That's what I wanted. But I left being like, should I just get the bigger one instead of the iPad mini? It's such a nice size. I was really hoping that you'd get the iPad mini with the pen and then I'd be able to like write. I've heard great things about the pencil. But there's no way you could replace like a notepad with it. That was what I was aiming for, basically, and I could just like doodle things down because I use notepads all the time. I have like literally 3 on the go right now. Like a fitness one, and they're all like these flippy over ones. The fitness one, and then this is just like generic notes. This is what I have for my personal life. You know, I thought replacing that with an iPad would be pretty cool, but it's not as nice to write on as I thought. And the thing is, so do I get the big iPad Pro, the small iPad Pro or the iPad Mini? I think the iPad Mini is like, when you look at the prices, yeah, the iPad Pro is like 200 more, but 200 more on something that's already like 650 something quid. Isn't that much? And would I use it more if it was bigger? That's the question. I don't think I will. I think the more I talk about it out loud, the more I talk myself into getting the iPad Mini. I don't want a big screen. I'm not going to replace a laptop. I don't want a huge thing. I want it to be really small and portable. That's why I was so excited about the Mini. So that's the last thing I want to buy this year before basically like Christmas. I have just kind of talked myself into the Mini. Because the iPad, what they've obviously done with the prices is, once you've like spec'd out the iPad Mini with the amount of data that you need, it's like spitting distance of the price of the shit Pro that you don't want. And then you like spec that out with all the things you need. And then, you know what I mean? Just looking at whether or not I can definitely have Windows 11 on this. TPM 2.0 must be supported and enabled. Right, how do I enable that? Alright, bedtime boys, we've got gym tomorrow. Hopefully I don't get another beep. I had a beep while we were eating dinner. But it was because I set the suppression wrong. Set it right now, so hopefully we'll be alright. Not a crazy amount to write home about today. Thankfully no more beeps. That's good. But otherwise it's just been a relatively normal day. Gym, pottering around the house, jobs and stuff, playing some Satisfactory. What else was I doing? Yeah, just in general pottering around. It was upper body stuff today. We just watched Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. We're like nearly finished our little marathon. rewatching all the Harry Potters every Sunday. What else has gone on today? We just cooked dinner. Not a lot, to be honest with you. Prepping for a new week. Oh, Formula One. That was what I wanted to say. It's a good race. So this week's a bit of a weird week. In fact, yeah, it is definitely a weird week. And it's even weird like the hours I'm doing at work. I'm off call, thankfully, tomorrow, but I'm having one more gym session. I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow morning. I don't normally go to the gym on a Monday, but I want to try and make the most of it because I might not be able to go at the weekend. And when I can go in the week, I can only go for shorter periods of time. So I'm going to go more often, but less. More times this week, but for less time. That's the plan. But it's bedtime. So, thank you very much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed it. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. Today is like the perfect example. We're going to see, hopefully this week I can fix this. But today's been the perfect example. Like, I've had a pretty good day today. And like, on a singular day basis, today, it's been really fun. It's been great. I've like been nice and relaxed. I just kind of done what I wanted, even though we like potted around, did stuff like, went to the gym, did all that cleaning and stuff. It's still been a really relaxed day. I feel really relaxed and like re-energized by it. But I've not achieved anything, you know? And like on a day by day basis, that's fine. And I just can't figure out how to balance that on a daily basis and what I want to achieve on a long-term basis without just like immediately just throwing off my headspace. But yeah, I'm going to bed. Night night. Which I obviously mean I'll catch you later. God damn. Yeah, I'll catch you later.